Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
The fact that they actually put a kiosk up in front of the Dunkin' Donuts to replace the cashiers that are there. You can see the writing on the wall for a reduction in workforce, and I think that's the thing that we're looking out for. They've already installed QR codes on the table, and we are worried that the next step is a tablet. Next step could even be a robot one day, and we need to be able to have a say in the workplace.
If we allow automation in, it's just going to take customer service, away. It's going to take service out of customer service, and that's not what people want.
They hate workers. They hate us so much that they want to automate us away. They hate us more than they love their profits. I am an anarchist, so I do believe that hierarchies and places of power cause violence, and that's pretty much all they do.
You think that profit over people is going to last forever, or do you think that late stage capitalism is just going to death spiral so hard that we have to ultimately kind of level the playing field and create a new society?
Well, some people have to get shot.
Crazy.
We are protesting the fact that.
Hey, what's going on, family? It's time for No Picks Podcast.
This is Joe, No Picks Podcast, family. What's good?
Hey, Joe, what do you think of the video we saw, the automation, the protests and stuff like that, for Dunkin' Donuts being a little bit more automated?
Well, it's interesting because there's a Dunkin' Donuts that I visit every now and then, and I noticed that they now put one of those machines up in the front too, but I don't use it, right? I'd rather just talk to the person behind the register. I'm like, I don't want to push nothing. Or who can I speak to? But I see it there. We know that this is coming. Ty,
Yeah.
we talked about automation months ago. Anybody who's aware and understands AI and technology and how it's advancing should be discussing automation. When Andrew Yang ran for president years ago, he ran on automation and having to do something to help American workers because that was the future. The future was going to be AI. The future was going to be automation. So this is a big topic, right?
Right.
I can see Dunkin' Donuts wanting to save money and installing machines so they can hire less workers. I don't know if I approve of it though. I don't know, bro. For a business, I'm sure they're saving money and could even be making more profit by hiring less people. But I'm not for firing people over machines, bro. That's just not my stance. Yeah, it's true. I'm not a business owner. I don't have employees. I don't make payroll.
Right.
But something that doesn't sit well with me, bro. Like just putting a machine there and firing people. That don't sit well with me, bro. So, I mean, I got more to say, but that's my initial thought. How do you feel about this?
I mean, it's the future. There's nothing y'all can do about it. There's literally nothing y'all can do about it. This is what has made America great throughout the years. It's okay, well, you take the, trains, and then you go to cars, and then you go to planes. This is just a progression of a capitalist society that leads the world. It's just what it is, right? It's no matter what, even though the coal miners cry about it, there's nothing that they can do. That we're not going back to coal being the end all be all. The energy world has progressed, so all those people were left behind. Maybe they started selling meth. I don't know what they did, but you know what I'm saying? It's just this is not as much of a lucrative field. You heard about this too. We've heard about this years ago. It's bro, people aren't going back to coal. It's not happening.
Yeah.
It's just a part of progression in how would the world would have progressed if it wasn't for the entrepreneurial spirit. There's different inventions getting made all the time that put other people out of business, right? What about all the candle makers back in the day when when they were like, oh well, we making all these candles, and then the lights come up, and they're like, okay, we don't need these damn candles as much anymore. So it's
yeah.
It's just what it is. It's unfortunate, that some people are just gonna get phased out, bro. It's just the luck of the draw. You and I could get phased out someday. AI might phase a lot of people out. There's a lot of people in the tech field that people would, a lot of those people were making $200,000-$400,000 fresh out of college, bragging about eating sushi and getting massages at work. They niggas started getting let go. They start getting laid off because what's his name? Elon Musk, when he took over X, he laid off 80% of his workforce. Guess what? X still exists. People can still post and people still do what they want to do. So that showed other people in the tech industry like, yo, you know what? Maybe we don't need this large ass workforce. So they started letting people go. There's a whole section on TikTok of tech people crying at like, yo, you know what? AI is doing my job now. If you Google something on your phone right now, it's gonna be an AI response. That was somebody's job before. Somebody got fired.
So why are
So
you so okay with that?
I'm not okay with it. I just understand that it's just how the world goes. Like no one's gonna stop progress so that other people could make a living. It's not gonna
But
happen.
who benefits the most from AI? Do you think it's the people, or do you think it's the corporations or the business owners? Who do
I'm
you think
probably
gets the most benefit from that?
the corporations and business owners, but I take it outside of like the profit. My thing is the economy is always going to be it's an amoeba. It's always going to change, and you got to change with the times. So like at a
Right.
certain point, you know what I mean? Like America was the manufacturing capital, right? It was factory. We can go to anywhere in Philly. There's areas in Philly that's just empty warehouses because they were manufacturing a lot of stuff before, and then it just got
True.
outsourced because it was cheaper to do it somewhere else. That's just the way of the world. Like you
And
can't
you're
be
okay
like,
with
oh,
that too?
I'm not okay with it. I just understand that that's just how it's going to go. Like whoever owns the business is going to say, "Hey, what's
So
the
you just
most cost
accept it?
effective way?" I just accept it. Yeah, I just accept it. And I'm like, "Okay, what's
Okay.
the cost?" Because if instead of making, you know what I mean, $1 million, shipping my stuff to China and have them do it in a sweatshop, I keep in America and I profit $100,000. Why the hell would I do that?
It's
Why would I do that? And
because people. I mean, well, if you're a capitalist and you're just trying to maximize profit, then yeah, it's okay to. I don't know, bro. When you think about, so even if it's just one person, right? When I think of one person's losing their job to AI, I don't just think about that one person. I consider that that's a whole family. That could be a man with a wife, with some kids, or a partner and some kids. So I don't just see it as like, oh well, I guess I gotta go find it. I see that as an entire household losing income. And when I look at it that way, it's not so easy for me to be like, well, it is what it is. It's just the future AI. Like I'm not comfortable with technology replacing workers, bro. Especially if there's no government plan in place to help all of these displaced workers. So where are they supposed to go? Or what's the alternative? What are they supposed to do? Just be broke? Just be homeless? Just be unemployed? Like what are their options?
the issue for so my issue with that is this: if it wasn't for progression in technologies and shit, we would still be in the field picking turnips for like the local lord of, or like, you know what I mean, of the magistrate or the king or whatever. Like we can't stop progression just because some people may fall by the wayside. There are other people who are going to thrive. Like you can't have a society where everybody's just a winner.
Yeah,
It,
bro. But right now, the winners are the people in the top like 5-10% though. Like I could have more sympathy for your stance, which is like, listen, it's technology, it's going to make things easier and more convenient. If there was less wealth inequality, like how can you just accept what it is when bro, we're going to have the first, like, I don't know what the term is, but like the billionaires, the ones who are up top, they're going to have like $1 trillion worth of wealth, like the top 3 or 4 richest people in the world right now. Like Trump is filling his cabinet right now with nothing but billionaires right now, bro. Like these people are going to be writing law. These people are going to be trying to cut funds from the VA. Like Vivek Ramaswamy, I don't know if you've seen his plan, but he's trying to slash stuff from Social Security, from the VA. He's slashing money from all these different funds while these rich people are getting tax breaks. So that's why I'm like, bro, at what point is it become unacceptable? Like I get like AI is here, but like, and some people are going to lose and some people are going to win. But with this much wealth inequality, that's where I'm just like, bro, it doesn't justify. If the rich were getting taxed more, if more of that tax money was going to America and making America great again, instead of going to Israel, instead of going to Ukraine, if the Pentagon or the military defense budget didn't fail an audit and couldn't account for like hundreds of billions of dollars, like there's so much stuff that happens at a federal and government level that's just shady or falls into the realm of like abuse, waste, you know what I mean? Like that, like when stuff like that is true, it's hard for me to just accept that AI is going to just phase out people from their jobs because the rich people keep getting richer and other people are just getting poorer, bro. The middle class is shrinking. Like that's why I'm saying it's not sustainable, bro. Like these billionaires are taking everything, bro, and we just sit back and see more of our jobs go away, and we're like, well, it is what it is. But it's like, no, well, then tax the rich as they should be taxed. make some of that money go back to helping us, or eggs is like $4 a carton, bruh. Like our cost of living is not going down, but we're cutting our
Right.
jobs and our wages are stagnant. I don't understand how you can reconcile all of that and just be okay with these rich people getting even richer while firing people. That for me, that I
I don't
can't reconcile that, bro.
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but my issue is I don't trust the government taxing billionaires and doing whatever because they're just going to take the money and do dumb shit with it anyway.
But they're not doing. I mean, they're not doing anything for people right now, bro.
No,
We
that's what I'm
pay.
saying. That's
America
my
pays
point.
the highest in healthcare. Look, you literally have people championing the death of a CEO right now.
But
And
my
like
point
I
is
don't.
they're not going to do anything. Like if they take all of Elon Musk's money and whoever else money that you're talking about,
But you don't have to
and,
take all of it right now,
no, no,
bro.
no. But if you take 50% of their money or whatever and put it in the government, do you trust the government to spend their money in a way that you would approve of? No, they're just gonna give more. They're gonna do dumb shit with it.
What are they gonna?
Th-
But yeah, but I mean, I guess, bro. But like, we
Like
haven't
they
even
can't be
tried that yet,
trusted.
though. We haven't
But
tried that yet,
but
though.
but
I
we
would much rather
but
try it and see the
but we
government
know what
fumble
they
that
do with the
bag.
budget now. We know what they do. They can't be trusted with the budget now. So like I don't think the world's going to be better if they take half of Elon Musk
I don't
money and
know,
half of
bro.
Jeff Bezos money because they
I,
do dump like we're in a deficit now, but they still give money to Ukraine. They still give money to
Right, and we don't get
random
any of it
things.
though, bro. But who
Yeah,
you think
that's
is getting
true.
that money though? Who you think wins for that? Military defense contracts, Lockheed Martin, what I mean, like BlackRock, all these places benefit from that. Somebody's getting the money. It's not coming
Facts.
back to us, but
I don't
somebody's getting
disagree.
paid.
I don't disagree. But what I'm saying is that your assertion that taking money from them will somehow make our lives
It's
better.
not
I don't think
taking
that they
money from
will.
them, bro. It's paying the taxes that you owe. Remember, the tax rate for corporations was much higher under FDR. And when we did that, there was a stronger middle class. There was stability. We weren't having like these housing crises. We weren't having these economic bubbles that pop every 5 or 10 years. We didn't have this much wealth inequality. We didn't have this much instability. Right now, people are predicting that the market might actually crash by like March, bro. Like things aren't looking good right now. You know what I mean? The banks are owning everything. Not only that, but you got corporations coming in and buying housing, buying entire communities of houses and renting them out, like making sure that the average American can't buy homes. Like all this together, bro. That's why I'm like, at a certain point, it's like, bro, like you gotta understand things aren't working in your favor either. Like I know you sometimes you defend like these capitalists and these people that are making all this money, but like
You're
the
missing my
system is
point.
becoming so unstable
You're
right
missing
now,
my point.
bro.
You're missing my point. I'm agreeing with everything you're saying. What I'm saying is, even if they, whatever verbiage you want to use, if they legally take or tax whatever money, I don't trust the government to spend it in a responsible way that's going to affect people like you and I. They're not going to do anything.
But how?
They're going to.
What do you have? But what? Okay, I hear you, right? I hear your point. What examples do you have that show that they're not going to spend it effectively? Like that they've taxed the rich, taken that money, and it hasn't. Like where has it gone? Like I'm trying to think of examples because I feel like ever since that, I have never seen that since I've been alive, where they've taxed the rich at the rate that they're supposed to, or at least something that's fair, and that money has been wasted somehow or gone missing or didn't come back to the American people because all we've heard is trickle down economics. All we've heard is if the rich keep getting richer, that money, if you give them tax breaks and give them all this money, trickle down economics is going to trickle down and everyone benefits. And that has been BS. That's been straight up BS. Trickle down economics has not worked and is not doing what it's supposed to be doing or what it was alleged to do. So that's why I'm like, what example do you have to have that? I'd much rather try and fail at it and take some of that money from these billionaires and not even take. Like I said, you got to pay your fair share. There's no reason why average Americans or middle class Americans are taxed much higher than billionaires and those who are atop the 1% are. Like that's ridiculous, bro. That our taxes are not the same. They pay
Okay.
less in taxes.
There isn't an example for me to give you, but I can give you the example of what's going on right now. The money that we already have, there's an issue of how it's spent. These people that are already in charge with the money without taking the money from the billionaires are already spending it in ridiculous ways. You would agree with that, right? Like it's pretty goddamn ridiculous.
I mean, I don't
Like
know,
if
bro, because we pay taxes and like the average. If we're thinking, see, I'm thinking about America first. We talked about that slogan, America first, and I want that. I want America to be to be a
but
stronger
but
country.
we're not first. We're a lot of us are prioritizing illegal immigrants. A lot of us are prioritizing Ukraine. A lot of us are prioritizing
Yeah, but the
Israel.
same
A
billionaires
lot of
that you
us.
defend were benefiting from immigrant labor, bro. You gotta understand this. We talked about the immigration crisis, and it's real. It really is a crisis. But there were so many corporations still. You literally have Bill Clinton on the record when Kamala Harris was campaigning, being like, saying on camera, like, "Well, we also need the labor because Americans don't want to do the work, so we need these immigrants." Basically, justifying the immigration crisis. So like, they're playing people against each other when it comes to politics, but they're exploiting that and making money off of it, bro. They don't
I would
care about
agree with
fixing
you.
the issue.
I would agree with you if you showed me a legislative body in America that will spend the money that they tax from billionaires or trillionaires in a reasonable way. I don't, because they don't spend the money that they have now in a reasonable way. Their deficits all over the place. Chicago got a $1 billion deficit because they're going so hard on the migrants, and they doubling down on it. They're trying to tax their own people to pay for the migrants. So no, I don't think that these same group of people are going to be like, oh, okay, cool. Now that we got all of Bill Gates' money or all of whoever's money,
It's not
now
all of it, bro. Just increasing. And think, bro.
whatever.
They have
It's just they're
they
just going to
have
do more dumb
billions,
stuff with
bro.
it.
Billions. You know how much $1 billion, or just $1 billion
They're
is,
giving
bro?
billions of dollars to Ukraine every time you turn on the
Right,
news.
but
They
that's not
don't need
coming to
like.
us though.
But what I'm saying is they're taking the money that they already have access to and doing ridiculous things with it. So why would they?
But I
Why
don't
would
see
they change it
Republicans
now?
protesting that. I don't see Republicans protesting that. In fact,
It's
the
my
people,
argument isn't a Republican or a Democratic
well,
argument.
I'm just thinking, okay,
Hey,
well that's fine, but I don't see politicians pushing against that. They're all endorsing these wars. They're all for these. They're voting overwhelmingly. They're voting for the war of support of Israel. They're voting for the escalating. Biden just escalated the war in Ukraine like a couple weeks ago when he gave them permission to use certain weapons within Russian territory. Like there are things like I'm just saying, like, I don't know, bro. Like
I just
both.
don't. What I'm saying is I don't agree with your assertion that taxing these people will somehow make our lives better. I don't think they
But why
will.
do you not want to tax them? Let them have billions of. I see. I don't understand. The alternative is you tax them, and then we have this extra income that we could do something with. You
They're
tax them
not
at a
going to
fair
do
rate,
anything for us because they don't do
or
anything for us now.
so you'd rather these billionaires just keep these billions of dollars.
But they earned it. Like they
What do
earned
you
their
mean they
money.
earned it?
They earned
How?
they earned their money. Like if it was so easy to just be Elon Musk,
Ty,
everybody would be Elon Musk.
brother, I wish you. We disagree on a lot of things, and the fact that you still defend billionaires just
I'm
blows
not
my
defending.
mind, bro.
Listen, whether you're a
You are
millionaire or a billionaire or a
absolutely
hundred
defending.
thousandaire, I
Ty,
earned my
listen,
money. I'm not giving my
you
money
are
away just because you want
absolutely.
me to.
But you can say that But the thing is, that doesn't mean nothing when we have so much wealth inequality and the billionaires have not been taxed for decades at the rate that they should have been.
But they earned
Like,
their money. If someone earned
yeah,
their
they
money,
earned
I
it through
don't think I'm
tax
entitled to
loopholes,
it.
exploiting labor, firing
When,
people to cut costs,
as long as
exporting
if
jobs.
they're using the rules of the game to benefit themselves, everybody ought to have
Ah,
access to these same rules. I don't support
so
taking
the
someone's
rules,
money that they earned. I
but
don't
the
support
game is
that.
rigged to favor the super wealthy, and because they're using these rules, it's okay.
Then change the rules. Put in
I,
politicians
I
that'll
agree
change the
with you.
rules.
I agree, but I just need you to see, bro. Like, well, everything that they're doing, it doesn't benefit you or I. Like, you gotta understand, we're both, but one of us is here defending it, and one of us is trying to tell you, like, bro, like, none of this benefits us as a society or as a whole. We don't benefit from trying to ride for them or defend them or endorse the BS that they do. I'm trying not to cuss.
I
The
don't think it's
BS that we
BS.
don't benefit
If
from it.
they earned the money, like
I don't think they
they.
earned the money though.
So
I
how
don't
did they
think
get
they
the money
earned
then?
it.
How did they
I
get the money?
told you, bro, through exploiting labor, through
So
outsourcing
every
jobs,
single
through
millionaire and
replacing.
billionaire exploited people and did
I
it the
think
wrong
that
way?
in
No.
order for you to be a billionaire, there's no way in hell you didn't exploit somebody or do something shady.
So where's
There's
the
no
level?
way. Whether it was working through
No
sweatshops,
way.
whether it's through Apple gets their phones by getting African people to go into these dangerous mines to farm for like the material that they use for the phones. Like there are different ways that corporations do things. Nike with the sweatshops. Like there are so many ways that they do illegal practices or things that are just inhumane to make the billions of dollars that they do, so that we can get the goods
So where's
at
the
the
line for
fraction of a
you? Where's the
price.
line? So once a person gets $1 billion, or can I have 999? Like
People, well, there is a
what's the
line. I
line?
think some
What's the
people think
line?
that some people say, so there have been some people who have been suggesting after your millionth dollar, you pay a certain amount of money on that. So up to $1 million, you won't get taxed at a certain rate. But after your millionth dollar, every dollar after you hit, it could be $1 million, it could be 2 million. Let's move it up to 4 million. We're talking about billionaires. So if we move the goalpost to, like, let's say after your $4 millionth dollar, you get taxed at a certain rate. Everything that
So
you
they
make
should be
after 4
punished
million.
for being extra successful.
It's not, but you look at it as punishment. I see it as them. They make too much money, bro.
They don't. I
Bro,
promise you, they
they
don't see it in that way. No one has
a,
ever
a
made too much
billionaire
money in the
doesn't think that
history of
they've
the
made.
world.
Well,
No
that's
one has ever.
ridiculous, bro.
Listen,
I don't even think billionaires
Diddy
should
was damn near a
exist.
billionaire.
So
Look at him. He's in jail fighting for his life.
who?
Diddy. They said
That
Diddy
ain't
was
a
a billionaire.
billionaire, bro.
They
Diddy
said
ain't no billionaire. Diddy's
I
not a
could pull up Diddy's
billionaire.
net like about
Diddy's
10.
not a billionaire. Diddy is not a billionaire. He's nowhere near that. He's nowhere near that. The only person who's touched that type of money is Hove and Dr. Dre. Diddy is nowhere near that.
So
And Dre did it because
should
he
Hov
went
give
through the
all his
beats
money
route,
away?
not even
Should
through his
Hov give
music.
half his money away? Should Dr. Dre give half his money away?
I don't
No,
think they should get. I don't think they should give half their money away. I think that every year there should be a progressive tax rate where the rich people pay their fair share, so that the American people, so we don't have to slash Social Security, we don't have to slash Medicare, we don't have to slash the VA like Vivek Ramaswamy is currently trying to do right now. And I'm like, bro, you're a veteran. I mean, you're in the military right now. The fact that Vivek is trying to slash the VA right now, which is already struggling and could use more funding, when a quarter of homeless people are veterans or have mental health issues, like this is something that you should be up in arms about. Like they want to instead of taxing the billionaires, they would rather slash it from programs that we benefit from, the average American. I could never be okay with that, bro. Nothing will ever justify that. Ever. You'd rather take it from social. You
Neither
can't.
party is ever
How do
gonna
you
do
defend
that.
that, Ty? How do you defend that? How do you defend that? How do you defend slashing the VA and Social Security and Medicare and all that, and potentially cutting the Department of Education, cutting all these things,
Well,
but
Department of
yet giving,
Education, I think,
but
is
but
useless.
but giving tax breaks to the uber wealthy? How do you justify that? I'm just
I mean,
curious. How do you
it's
justify that? You
I don't
can't.
think that
You got to
I don't
make up
think
some
you should
bullshit.
cut. I don't think you should cut the VA. No, absolutely not. I don't think you should cut the VA. So I
But that's what they're
disagree with
trying to do right now. Have you?
I disagree with Vivek, and it's never going to pass. That budget never
You
gets.
don't know
It
that.
never.
You don't know
It
that.
never. It always increases every fiscal year.
Yeah,
They
but
always
now
increase it.
now they have the power though, bro. Remember, now they have all three branches now. They have Republicans, the Republican Party have a lot of power in politics right now. They can move legislation and Trump will pass it. So to say
Okay.
that it will never happen, they don't need the Democrats for this anymore.
Okay,
And they don't
that's
play
fair.
the Democrats. Democrats are pussies. When they had all three branches, when they had all three, they didn't do anything. Obama at a time had Democrats controlled everything. They did nothing.
Okay.
Republicans will move shit forward. Like they just will.
My issue is that regardless of who's in power, nothing's got none of these people are going to do anything like what you want to do with the money. They're if they start taxing all these people are not going
And
to
I
get free
agree with you,
healthcare.
bro.
It's not going to happen. It's
And I
not
agree
gonna
with you,
happen.
bro.
They're going to take
But
the money and do more dumb shit with it and make themselves more rich like they normally do. Both
I'd
parties are
rather
going to do that.
I'd rather make the uber wealthy my enemy than the average American, bro. And somehow you seem to defend these corporations or these billionaires way more than you do just average working class
I
Americans.
think
And
if you earned it,
that's what
you're
kills
entitled to
me.
it. I don't think
But how do
all
you
the
know they
billionaires are
earned
out there
it?
stabbing
How
people
do you
and
know they
slitting
earned
people's
it?
throats. I don't think they
How do you
are.
know they earned? That's like do you feel like anybody who's poor or working class is lazy? Because you're assuming that just because somebody's a
Yeah, I
billionaire
mean,
or a millionaire that they
I
work
mean,
harder
there's
than
some people who
everybody
are
else.
unlucky, but no,
Do you
I
think
think
that?
everybody who's poor and working class. I mean, I guess that they're
You
hard
think
luck
they're do you
stories,
think they're
but I think
lazy?
more. Yeah, I would argue. Yeah, they're not ambitious as they should be.
And
Yeah,
do you
they're
think
not.
people who are millionaires and billionaires are all hardworking
No,
and they are
sometimes they get lucky. Sometimes they get the genetic lottery. Sometimes they hit the actual lottery.
sometimes they
Sometimes they
inherit
come
it?
into money, but sometimes they work their ass off and they make a lot of money. So I respect that, and I respect the luck that comes into it too. If you're lucky enough to be born with the physique of LeBron James, you become a millionaire. Then hey, you were lucky. I don't think that
Man,
every rich person is like some kind of intrinsically bad person. Like I don't think so. And if they earn their money, regardless regardless of how they
yeah,
earned it, then you deserve it. I
I
also
get
think
it,
that
bro.
if a team of burglars of like a Italian job type people, they go in there and steal a bunch of gold from the Louvre or whatever, they deserve that shit too. They earned it. They worked it.
Yeah,
They did whatever they do. They used their craft and they stole some goddamn gold. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that because this person's rich, they should give me money. And I think
it's not giving money; it's paying your fair share in taxes. There's no
well,
reason why
listen,
the
I
rich
have family
people.
members that think the same thing about me. They think
It's
that they
about
look
paying
at me and say, "Hey,
taxes.
Tyrese, you have all this money. You're rich. I'm not rich at all, but you have all this money compared to me. You should give me money. I'm not giving you shit. Go earn it. Go get a job."
If you have to slash welfare programs, if you have to slash programs that benefit the average American instead of taxing the uber rich, where even $1 million would be a drop in the bucket for them, because we're talking about billionaires. if your first thought is, oh, you can't touch that money because they earned it, as opposed to like, yo, we should maybe tax them a little bit more so that we can support all these other programs, especially since our tax dollars bailed out Wall Street. Remember that? Remember when they literally took our tax dollars to bail out the banks because the banks were doing all these risky things and we're about to fail? Oh, but they're too big to fail. So we get to
They
bail
should
out
have
the
let them
uber
fail.
wealthy and the
They should have
banks.
let them fail.
I agree. But what I'm saying is that's what I'm saying, Ty. Like, this is what they do. We've bailed them out and we got nothing from that. And the
My,
wealth
my
inequality has just become greater.
my only issue with that is it's easy for, like, just like when the riots happen and the looting happens in Philly, it's easy for people without businesses to say, well, fuck it, let them loot it, when they ain't got no stake in it. Like, it's like I just look at it like, yo, like, listen, if you were either lucky enough or you were skilled enough to be skilled financially and make it to a certain point, I don't think you should be punished for that. And you could
But
say
that's
it's
a
not
lot
a
of
punishment.
assumptions, though. But you're assuming a lot about these people, though, bro.
But
You
you're
don't know
assuming a
for a
lot the
fact they
opposite
did that.
way.
No,
You're
I'm not
assuming all these
assuming anything.
billionaires
I'm not
have
assuming.
taken over and
I'm
did
not
wrong
assuming
shit to
that they're.
people. I
I'm
don't
not
think they
assuming
did.
that
Maybe
being
they
a
did the
billionaire.
right thing.
I don't think billionaires should exist, but I'm not going to assume that they're automatically bad. What I do think is that they should pay more in taxes. That has nothing to do with whether you're a good billionaire or a bad billionaire. I don't care. You're a billionaire. Pay more taxes. That's why I feel, so we can support more safety programs. America has already paid the most. We already pay the most in healthcare, bro. Listen, we're gonna wrap. This got a little bit longer, but like, I always love this conversation because it's an interesting conversation, right? But it's very telling that we live in a time right now where, like, the boy Luigi, I'm saying free Luigi. I might buy a
Oh
shirt
my
that says free
god,
Luigi.
bro. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely,
No, hell
because
no.
you're living
Hell
at a
no.
time.
He's a
Yes, free
murderer, bro.
Luigi. I don't,
What?
and so is the
What
guy
is
who
this
was killed.
world, bro?
Right, but this is the thing. This is how out of touch I feel like people, not just the uber wealthy, have become, but I feel like people who have been indoctrinated or brainwashed by them. I think the fact that so many Americans have agreed and are just like relishing, are just like happy that this happened. It's sick, and I would never want to wish death on someone, bro. But I completely understand.
Free Luigi.
I
He should
completely
be. He should
understand.
be. He should be.
I think he is a hero. I do. I genuinely do. But a lot of Americans feel that way. A lot do. And I
Yo,
think that is very telling.
that's
That is
insane.
about the state of
That's
our country.
insane.
That's
That's
not
insane.
insane. The fact that so many people get denied health insurance, the fact that the biggest form of bankruptcy in this country is medical bankruptcy over medical bills,
So
that's
killing this
insane.
dude that has a
Yes.
family
Who
and
cares?
a wife and
How many people got denied surgeries? How many people fell into bankruptcy and were homeless? How many people lost everything because they made it a priority to deny people coverage, to deny people surgeries, to reject claims. They made money and then gave all that money that they saved on giving people insurance to their stockholders. That's bullshit. That's murder, and that's murder. That's murder. He killed so many lives as well, bro, indirectly. So yes, we feel the same way. We live in this country. We pay more than any other country in health insurance, bro, and for medications.
so a
It's
guy
sick.
doing his
Yes,
job
yes, no, yeah. The
deserves
guy who was
to be
depriving
gunned
people,
down in the
a,
street.
a guy who was profiting off the death of people who could not get medical care. Yes, that is murder. That is murder. It is. It is. And I'm not saying anyone should be killed, but if you do stuff like that, you bring stuff like that onto yourself. And I
So he
want the
should.
rich to be scared.
So
Those pussies started taking their names off the websites. I want them to be scared. I want you to be nervous to walk out there and see that the American people are afraid, aren't afraid, are infuriated with these rich people making
so you're an
billions and
anarchist,
millions of
basically.
dollars.
You
I'm not
you're
an
an anarchist.
anarchist. I'm American
Yeah.
who is struggling and seeing that the millionaires are, like I said, bro, you can't justify some of your positions with the amount of wealth and equality that our country has. You can't. It might sound nice to you, but if we lived in if we had less wealth and equality, maybe you could have a point. But like, sometimes I hear them and I'm like, bro, with as much wealth and equality as we have, you understand how many billionaires are currently going to be in Trump's administration? Trump is filling his cabinet with billionaires right now. That's not a problem with you?
So should it be should he filling with unemployed people or murderers?
No, no, you
Who,
got to answer my. Don't do the female thing where they don't answer questions directly. Are you okay with
no, it's not a
Trump
problem to me.
filling
No,
his
he should
administration
put
with
capable
billionaires?
people in there that could do a good
So
ass
because they're
job
billionaires, they're
proven.
capable. So because they're billionaires, they're capable.
That's at a bare minimum, they've been proven to be effective at that, at making money or making decisions. So yes, a billionaire is capable at making money. Yes,
I don't know.
or
I
making
think
decisions.
it's interesting because
Yes.
when I was applying for the Philadelphia Police Department, what I realized is that if I want to be a part of this force, I can't have independent thought. Like, you have to go into some of these branches of government And basically, if you stick out in any way, you're not a fit. They probably won't pick you. You probably won't get in. You have to be okay with not being able to think independently of whatever agency you work for. And I think that some people go into the military as well and become uber conservative and start going around people who are huge on government, who are huge on like the billionaires and the corporations, and watch the Fox News and conservative politics, and you get so sucked in on it that you just lose yourself in it, bro. That's what
I
I
mean,
genuinely.
but I
I
can
felt
see
like
you
that
saying the
wouldn't have
opposite.
been me if I was being in the police department, because I was like, I can't support all these things. I don't believe in all these things. But like, if you don't, it's like they won't let you in the club. You have to be able to just like for them to. You got to soak in all their politics, all their beliefs, and you can't think
I mean, that's not
independently.
true. Different people have different perspectives on a lot of things. It's
I,
just,
I'm just.
I
This is
mean,
what I
what makes sense to
see.
me makes sense to me. I don't think it makes sense to celebrate a CEO of a company
Do you?
being,
Okay.
being
Do you
murdered. I
think?
don't think
Do you
it's
think? Do you
to
think it's okay
celebrate this
for
guy.
insurance? Okay, I hear you. Do you think it's
I don't think it's
okay?
okay to be like, okay. First of all, this dude's obviously a danger to society. He's out there
No,
killing
I don't
people.
think so. I
And
think he's a hero. So Ty, do you
okay,
think
well,
it's? Do
listen,
you think Ty? Do you think it's
maybe he'll
okay?
get
Okay.
out. He'll live in your neighborhood, and y'all
So
hang out and have some
let
beers
me ask you a
together.
question, Ty. Do you think it's okay for insurance companies to deny crucial crucial surgeries, operations, medications, treatments to people so that they can give more money to their stockholders? So
But you,
denying people access. No. Answer, please answer that. Do you
I
think
don't
that is
know I
okay?
don't know the scenario. I don't know the
What do
scenario.
you mean you don't know the scenario?
I
Do you
don't
want?
know that they're
I can
doing
pull up
that just to
receipts.
give their
They've been,
stocks,
bro.
just to give
They
their stock people
are.
more money.
They are. United Healthcare had the most denial claims out of any other insurance company right now, and they made hundreds of millions of dollars of profit from denying people access to coverage, to treatment, to
Okay.
medications, to surgeries. Do
Why
you
not
think
go
that's
to another
okay?
company? Why not go to another company? Like if
But
this is
they're
such a
all
thing
doing it.
and it's a death
But
sentence,
all
to
these
go to
companies
another,
are doing it.
but United Healthcare is the worst. So go somewhere else.
You
Go
can,
somewhere else. There's a billion of them.
All the corporations do this, bro.
So
There's a
why single out him? So why not just say
it could
fuck
have
it,
been anybody on the
kill
board.
everybody who works for any
Is that
healthcare
what
agency.
is that what it's going to take for them to listen to the average American?
Sure, knock yourselves out, and then all y'all go to jail. And
But
then
you still haven't
and then,
answered my question, though. I'm still
no,
waiting for the answer to my question.
I think
Do you think it's
the
okay
question in
for
and of itself
insurance
is silly.
companies?
I think it's silly.
You think it's
a
silly to
question.
question the practices of health insurance companies and
Are these
denying people
are,
claims?
okay, but you would have to bring up a specific example. What
But
you're
I don't
saying,
have a.
yeah,
I can
is
show
that
you
wrong?
data. I can show you numbers, bro. Bro,
Okay.
this is what they do. Come on, Ty. You really think that they don't do this shit? You like
You would have
I
to bring up
understand.
a specific situation. Like,
But
hey,
bro,
this
what's
thing
it?
happened to this
Okay,
person.
do you want? We can bring
This
up the
should have been
situation of
covered, but
Luigi
it
and his
wasn't.
mom. We can bring up the situation of Luigi and his mom. Do you know that insurance companies like United Healthcare, they use this AI model that basically assesses whether a treatment is necessary or not, medically necessary or
Yo, you
not?
know this guy is rich, right? You know Luigi's rich, right?
He went
Did
to
you
an
know
Ivy
that?
League.
No. Luigi and his family are from money. They're rich. They have no issues with health insurances at all.
God.
They are rich. I can pull this shit
Okay.
up right now. They looked it up. The dude Luigi's family is
So
makes
I'm going
more
to
than
ask
a
you.
guy
I'm
that
going
he
to.
killed.
I'm going to ask you again.
No, let me tell you.
I
He
don't care
makes
if he's
more
rich.
than a
I
guy.
think he's a hero. I don't care if he's rich.
You brought up Luigi himself. He is
Yeah.
not. He has
I
no
don't.
issues with having no insurance.
I
or
don't
his
care
mom.
if he's rich.
They're
He
rich.
does.
They're millionaires.
I
They're
don't
from
care.
money.
I
They're
don't
from
care.
generations of
I
money.
don't care. I don't care.
You
It
brought
could have
it
been.
up. Why'd
It
you
could
bring
have.
it up then?
No. What? Well, I mean, because I think it's a fair point to question. Ty, you gotta
It's not
like.
a fair point because he's rich. He doesn't have no
How?
health issues.
So
He's a rich man.
because he's rich, how does that take away? So listen. You gotta understand. A lot of Americans support what he did. I hope you understand that.
Then a lot of Americans are idiots. Like, what do you mean? Like,
I mean that's also true too, though.
Just because you support someone murdering another person doesn't mean you're right.
But you're okay with insurance companies denying claims and crucial treatments to people so they can give more money to their stockholders. That you're okay with that?
If they're doing it, if
they are doing it. No, they are. There's no if. They're doing it. You're okay with that? It's a yes or a no. If you say listen,
it's not covered by the insurance, then it shouldn't be covered. If it's in the black and
bro,
white and it should be covered, then they're wrong.
Bro, Ty, brother, like you so caught up in this shit, bro.
Just like car insurance. If you drive my car and you get into a car accident, that shit's not covered. So I don't know. So it's hard for you to say like, oh, okay, well, this is like, no. It's not just a blanket thing. Like everybody should be covered no matter what. No, that doesn't make any sense.
Why doesn't that? A lot of countries do that. Canada, you know who does
Then-
that?
then-
The country.
then
No.
Canada,
Stop
right?
saying this.
Canada,
Go
right?
somewhere else. That's
Canada, right?
bullshit. That's a
Canada, right?
cop out. Anytime you tell somebody, well, go
Joe,
live there,
Canadians
that's
come
bullshit.
here.
If
Canadians
you,
come here because
Ty,
their health insurance is
if
terrible.
you love your, no, it's not. That's not true. Their health,
fucking
their,
God. All right,
that
well,
is
then
not
we
true.
gotta do another story. Then
That is not true.
Canadians come here. Their health
That
insurance
is not
good.
true.
For those life,
That
those
is not
life-saving-
true. If you look at people, they'll tell you, I wouldn't want to
we
be
gonna do another
anywhere
pod.
but
I'ma
here,
pull that up,
bro.
and I'm gonna prove you wrong.
It's let's talk about that, bro, because
Yeah,
it's not, that's
I'll pull it up
that's
right
just
now.
not
I'll pull it
true,
up right
bro.
now.
We have the worst healthcare out of all the industrialized
It's
countries,
not
bro.
true.
And the most
That's not true.
that is
So
true.
Canadians
That
don't
is
come here
true.
for important health procedures.
I'm not
Canadians
some,
don't
but
come
I'm
here.
not going off of
Some.
exceptions. I'd rather go off the
Well,
majority.
why would
They
any of them come?
do you think
healthcare is so
Ty,
much
do you
better,
honestly
then
feel
stay
like
there.
Canadians would trade their single pair their Medicare for all? They would trade that for what we have. Do you honestly feel that way? Because you're living in Delulu land if you think that. They would not trade what they have for what we
I'll pull
have.
up the article that I was
They
gonna
would
bring
not,
that- I was gonna-
Ty, they would not trade what they have for what we have.
Okay.
They would not. Have you seen Sicko by Michael Moore? Have you seen Sicko? Have you watched Sicko at all? You should probably watch Sicko.
All right. But I mean, listen, we don't. This is not enough time today.
I know it's not, Ty, but I'm saying, like, bro, like you rooting for the wrong team, bro. Like you rooting for, and it's not about teams, but like you're
anti-success.
you're-
It's not it for
it's
me.
not
I'm
anti,
not
but it's
here
not
for it.
anti-success.
And
I'm
murdering
successful.
people because
I
it-
make
because-
money. I'm
no,
success.
no,
Yeah,
that's-
but
it's not
that is the
how
pulse. But you shouldn't. That is the pulse of American life right now. This is where we are right now. When you
But
keep
it doesn't make it right. It doesn't. Just because
having
Americans wanna
people
kill rich people, it
but
doesn't mean that.
how
that
come?
these people,
But
that
you-
these-
you're
I
but
thought America was like the.
I just don't understand. I don't understand how you can talk
full of
about
moral people.
but
Now you want
you don't-
to
but-
kill people that are rich.
But you're handpicking when things are right and wrong. When I talk to you about billionaires making uber amount of money and wanting to slash
I
social
don't think
programs,
that's wrong.
you don't
I
talk
don't
about
think
right or
that's
wrong. You
I
see,
don't-
right?
I don't think
Right, Ty.
billionaires making money
Right.
is wrong. If billionaires
Right.
making money was
It's
wrong,
not about
you wouldn't
billionaires
order
making
from
money.
fucking
It's
Amazon.
about billionaires
You wouldn't have an iPhone.
paying
You wouldn't have
more,
a computer.
and they can
because
make-
guess what?
and they can pay
contributes to the
taxes and still have all.
billionaires making more money.
And Ty, we're
You
talking
don't
about
care?
We're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars. If $100 billion, if a billionaire has to pay 1 billion more in taxes, and when he's worth or makes 100 billion, that is a drop in the bucket, bro. That is a drop in the bucket. That could pay
So,
for so much.
Would
You know the
give
top
an
3
extra
billionaires in our
$10
country?
Would
Bro.
you give an extra $10 a year to a random homeless person just because?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a
I
drop in the
already do
bucket to
that.
you.
I already do that. I don't want
What
to. I
do
don't
you
want. I
mean
don't
by
like. I already give. If I have change or I have $1 and I can see that the person's not a drug addict, I'll give them $1 if I got it in my pocket. So I've done that on multiple occasions. I do that various times throughout the month. I do that already. I've probably given more than $10 to a homeless person. I do
Okay,
that.
yeah.
I'm okay with giving money if I have it. You know what I
I'm
mean?
not.
Like, I know you're not, bro. But
I'm not doing it.
if I got it, listen. I can give it away. I'm okay with that. So I already have.
All right,
I don't
we
feel
gotta wrap this up.
obligated
We
to.
gotta- Right,
but
we
I
gotta
do
wrap-
it because
we-
I
we
want
gotta
to.
wrap it up. We're going on 40 minutes now.
We should have had Gio on this, John, but Gio
Yeah.
probably would have.
Well,
I don't know what he would
I
have
could've
said.
figured, yeah. I already figured what he would say already. Y'all would agree. Give all the money away.
That's just crazy, Ty. It's not give. Once again, you're making points I'm not making, bro. Like I've never made that point to give all their money away or to tax them all their money away or even more than 50%.
Look up the dude that killed the CEO. The guy's family.
I'm okay with what he did. I don't have to. I'm at peace with it. I think he should be freed. I think he's a hero. I do. I genuinely believe that. I do. I genuinely believe that.
Everybody that's watching, let the record show. I believe the opposite. He should be under the jail and getting his butt taken for the rest of his life by Felice Johnson. All right.
Yeah. Well, there it is.
So it couldn't be a bigger contrast on this pod. Most of the time we agree. This time we disagree. Y'all let us know what y'all think, family. Like, comment, subscribe.
Until next time, man.
Definitely comment. Listen, I'm
please,
here for the smoke.
Please
listen,
comment.
If y'all want to give me smoke, I'll address it directly. If y'all want to give me smoke, I'm sure he'll address it directly. I mean, until next time.
Until next time, man. We should